You know who the fuck it is, man. Fantastic Pendejo. Fantastic Siggy. I'm in the garage today. So, this is my, gonna say 2 year review. I don't remember. More or less, it's been over a year. What am I getting at? The dog bones. The torque struts that are underneath the SHO. Oh, look at you. Look at the fucking button. Perdóname. So, I'm gonna take you down there. Hold that thought. Here they go. That's the first one, and then the second one in the back. I'm in the middle of changing not only doing an engine flush, but I'm also changing out the oil pressure switch. Needless to say, give me a second. Let's see if I can shine this. You are talking about when that fucking oil switch goes out, man, it makes a fucking hell of a mess. Holy shit. It is saturated. However, back to the dog bones, which is your torque struts. Sorry about that. That one and the one in the back. Hold that thought. So, those of you that beat on your SHOs, you guys know what I'm talking about. Those torque struts that I just showed you, they keep going out. So, I seen a video of a gentleman and he's rocking his SHO. He's rocking it back and forth, and he's showing that there's barely any movement of the engine. And he's talking about these torque struts. Trying to remember the name of the company. I listed it in one of my previous videos. I showed you guys the dog bones when I first arrived. I gave you the name. I gave you everything. So I apologize right now. I don't have any of that information. But do check back on one of my earlier videos about the torque struts. My review. Love them. Mac, the owner of the company, did forewarn me that because they are polyurethane bushings, both I opted for all solid polyurethane bushings. He did forewarn me. He goes, you're going to feel the harmonics. It's going to feel like the car needs a tune-up. So I'm like, okay. What he opted was one bone to be rubber and one bone to be polyurethane. He goes, and that'll soften it. I said, look, I beat the fuck out of this thing. The last thing I need is to blow out more torque struts. I ain't got time for this. Send me the polyurethanes. It's exactly what he said. When we first installed them, I went to go have work done on the car, and my mechanic was nervous as shit. He thought he fucked something up, not realizing that I had put those dog bones in. He didn't know. He was like, what the fuck? And I explained to him what they were. He was cool with it. He was like, okay, I thought I fucked something up. So when you first buy these and you get them put in, it's gonna be a little rough. You're gonna feel like it, like, what the hell? Oh my god, the car went to shit. No, it's the polyurethane bushes. They're so fresh and they're so firm. All the harmonics, you're gonna feel some more harmonics. However, over time, it does get a little soft. It still does what it's supposed to do, keep the engine nice and stiff. I figured I'd make this video. I just so happen to have the car up in the air. I had a situation happen to me. That's for another video. Fuck it, I'll put it in the video. So, this is what happened. Yep. You're like, what the fuck? So, what ended up happening, the oil pressure switch went out. My son had it. These switches, there's no time frame when they go out. If you want to do a preventive maintenance and go on ahead and just change them out, you can. It is a 21 millimeter socket. I purchased a 21 millimeter deep socket specifically for that. Any 21 millimeter deep socket will do. I just so happened to buy one when Pep Boys was getting rid of their storefront. So I bought it. It's a 3/8 21 millimeter. That's all it is. It's 21 millimeter, 3/8, nothing special. Preferably 6-point. Over time, these things go bad. There's a little bit of oil in there. That was a sign. Once I hold this firmly in my hand, this will ever so gently click back and forth, letting me know that was damaged. How I came to that conclusion, Life experience. I actually had this happen to me before. Needless to say, this just got out of hand. He was on the expressway when this happened. So when it blew all that oil out, him running at 75, 80 miles an hour just blew all the oil back up over the engine. To my discovery, most of the oil was down up underneath there. Passenger side saturated. Sure as shit, when I looked, pulled it out, yep, it's fucked up. So since I was in there, I figured I'd go on ahead, share that tidbit with you, share the tidbit about the torque struts. Again, should you SHO owners want to embark on those, street machines, something like that, again, take a look at my older videos and you'll see what I'm talking about with the torque struts. Very well built. I'll give them that. It held up to my abuse. You probably seen the wiring. You're like, what the fuck is that? So the tubing just rotted away. So I got to redo that. What this is two things. That is my PedalMax. That is my BoostMax. Pedal, boost. Both of those are turned up all the way. So it does not add horsepower, it removes delay. It goes from a 3-second delay acceleration to 1.5 second delay acceleration. Proof of that, SHO versus Daytona. I ended up being out and about, and I ended up racing a Daytona. No, I did not beat him. However, you'll see how I was able to keep up with him. That was because of that. So, again, do they work? Yes. They're both by JMS chip. PedalMax, BoostMax. If you type in PedalMax, you'll see JMS chip. Go to their website, find your car, and get both of them. You do have to power these up. So I did run them to the... Bear with me. So I did find a spot for power for both of them. This just so happened to be a nice little empty location. So I ran it there. And ironically enough, I did not have to cut anything. And it fit like a glove back in there. So PedalMax and BoostMax. Does it work? Absolutely. I was really surprised. I had my doubts. I do keep up with the 392s. Again, keep up. I don't beat, but I do keep up. So right now I'm going to do an engine flush. Later on I'll go on ahead. I'll pressure wash the engine bay. I'll get all that fucking saturated oil that blew all over the fucking place. I'll end up doing that. So there's your update for the torque struts. There's some information about your JMS chip, PedalMax, BoostMax. Plug and play to a degree. You still have to run 2 power wires. I did have to drill a little hole. Luckily, I had a step bit, and I was able to get it through the firewall. I was very careful where I did it. So I looked where the booster was at. Basically, an indication where your booster's at. Take a look at your brake pedal, and literally go inches down and off to the left. And that'll, more or less, you don't want to be drilling into your fucking booster. Okay? So I have a 2012. So not sure to what year, but they are years specific. So be careful what you're buying. Don't just buy anything. Read through it carefully so you're buying the correct product. All right? Holla at your fucking boy. Peace.